This week I'm evaluating the Mitsubishi Mirage, which is actually kind of exciting, though I'm not sure why. Other journalists have not been kind to it. A reviewer at Car and Driver asked, "Why does the Mirage look as if it's 2 decades old?" From Autoblog, "Simply put, one of the worst new cars I've tested." And finally, according to Top Gear, it's truly profoundly terrible. What have I gotten myself into? Despite the bad press, or perhaps because of it, this little hatchback has been updated for 2017. Even though it gains a host of noteworthy enhancements, the Mirage remains Mitsubishi's most inexpensive model in the US, starting at $13,830, including $835 in delivery fees. Even with that budget-friendly price tag, its exterior has been styled up, its cabin dolled up, and powertrain pumped up, though don't get too riled up because it's still rudimentary at best. Up front, there's a redesigned grille and fascia that I've got to say is unexpectedly handsome. Our top trim GT model here also gets Bi-xenon HID headlamps, and around the back you get sassy LED taillights. Still, even with a new face, the Mirage looks like a time traveler from 1996, though I did not find a bootleg Macarena disc in the CD player. Inside, there are new fabrics and an updated gauge cluster with a hopelessly optimistic speedometer. Do you see that? 140 miles an hour. Ha! There's also a reworked steering wheel with an available display audio system that supports both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Despite having just 4 speakers, this system actually rocks. Overall, this cabin is budget-minded to be certain, but it's by no means ruthlessly cheap. The hard plastics look decent, and push-button start is standard on higher trim models. The Mirage is motivated by 1.2 liters of displacement. Yep, that's it. Now don't bother looking for a turbo or supercharger on this 3-cylinder model airplane engine because it is all natural. For 2017, a fancy new roller camshaft ups output to a thundering 78 horses with 74 pound-feet of torque. Now you can get either a 5-speed manual transmission or a continuously variable automatic. The latter provides impressive efficiency, 37 miles per gallon in the city and 43 highway. Altogether, this triple diamond hatchback should average 39 mpg, which is pretty much what I've been getting in the real world. And it would probably be even better than that if you didn't have to go wide open throttle constantly. As you might imagine, this is an exceedingly slow car and you've got to plan your maneuvers out hours in advance. And it's a good thing Marty McFly didn't drive a Mirage in Back to the Future. He'd have never made it home again. See if you bastards can do 90. We can't. Can you? Even at idle, this engine is working hard, shuddering like a Wookiee's vocal cords. Crack the throttle and things go from unfortunate to unbelievable. Noise, vibration, and harshness are all present and accounted for in preposterous quantities. Further spoiling this Mitsu's driving experience is the steering, which is deader than Howard Hughes and even more reclusive. Look it up. There's literally no feel whatsoever coming to my hands through the wheel. That's how dead it is, and I think this car has the worst steering of any vehicle I have ever driven, and that includes tractors. But this car is not a total loss. The Mirage's retuned suspension is taut yet well isolated, providing a ride that is largely free of harshness, though be warned, when you go through corners there is a lot of body roll. And the brake pedal, it's surprisingly firm with a nice linear feel to it, even though it is operating drums at the back. Even though this humble hatchback rolls on a wheelbase less than 97 inches, its back seat is hospitable enough for 6-footers. Too bad the front buckets aren't designed to properly fit any human being I've ever met. The Mirage is grimmer than the Führerbunker in April of '45, and that's especially true when you look at the window sticker. Our top-of-the-line GT model here costs $17,330. Clearly there must be an international crack shortage because Mitsubishi executives smoked it all when they came up with that figure. There's a raft of much better cars you can get for less money. Now sure, they may lack the Mirage's standard power windows, locks and mirrors, keyless entry, and rear spoiler, but I think I'd much rather have a sonic sedan with crank windows. At 10 grand, I think this Mitsubishi might be a good deal, but at 17, it's crazier than smearing mayonnaise on all your light bulbs so the government can't hear your thoughts. So, what would I keep with this car? That is a tough question. But the Mirage's fuel economy is commendable, its backseat spacious, and 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain warranty generous. But I would send the noisy cabin, uncomfortable front seats, droning engine, anesthetized steering, and crazy pricing to the curb so fast the garbage man would have already picked him up last week. You know, I'm a fan of small, basic cars, and I wanted to like the Mirage, I really did, but it just has too many shortcomings for me to ever recommend, even after all of the updates it's received for 2017, and that is just too bad. It's a good thing Marty McFly didn't drive a Mirage in Back to the Future, or he would have never gone to the past, frankly. There wouldn't have been a movie at all, because he would have never he could never go that, the car won't do 88, I don't think. I haven't tried to go that fast. You know what I'm trying to say. Don't look at me like that. Sassy.